You can do it, Sagar.
Something's not here, so why don't we turn his essay in?
Because something rocks.
He
Oh,
was really good. He ran
yowza.
out and was about to throw up.
Good for him. Good man. Good man. But he won't be here to grade one, so we're not going to put him in the pile. Okay, no problem. Thank you. I appreciate that. You all rock. That's why. You all rock. All right. Thanks, Stephen Harrison. He's awesome. Love Stephen Harrison. Eloise. 308, you check? Then I don't know, man. Hello, Shell. Hi, thanks, Stephen Harrison. Thanks, Stephen.
Everyone else after is like, oh, Miss Rose.
Stephen Harrison. Hey, Andrew, let's get you some documents so you can participate today. No problem. So listen up as we go through it, eh? All right, because we're going to write the essay, right? But you're going to be here? How sweet is that? All right, so just jump on in. There's your documents. All right. More sparkly shoes? Look at this. Look at this. Oh, those sparkle shoes? Come on. Oh, Daniel. My other videotape. How are you, Jennifer? Adam. All right, students. So today we will need 3 items. We will need 3 items. First off, you need, of course, the, what is it called? The note card, right? You'll need your note card that you just picked up. You will need the reading that you picked up on the way in. You will need your documents, DBQ documents, right? Who needs documents? Anyone? Everyone has the GenAct DBQ documents? We'll need them today. You will need your DBQ that you wrote. So we need the note card, we need the reading you picked up on the way in, we need your documents, and we need your DBQ. Now, when you came in, you also picked up a new DBQ. Take heart, students. Take heart. In no way are we going to write that DBQ. In no way. Take heart. What we're going to do for tomorrow's class is read a new DBQ on festivals. That's right. The Charivari. Come ready to be amazed. The Charivari. I have pictures. So, please come. And for the DBQ for tomorrow, we are just going to do 2 things. First off, the thesis is so easy, I'm not even going to have you write one. I want you to group the documents. Group the documents in the 3 paragraphs you would group. And then I want you to work on point of view. Because you know in every DBQ, one thing is hard. It's either the thesis or the point of view. So if the thesis is so easy, I'm not even going to have you write it, the point of view must be really hard, okay? Unlike this one, where the point of view was relatively easy, but the thesis can be a bugbear, right? So, right. So for tomorrow, you're only going to do what 2 things? Okay, good. We're going to do point of view. We're going to group documents. Okay. So today, of course, we continue our quest to understand all things 18th century. You know these 3 facts over here on the side. You know that economics brings all aspects of society into the modern age. The Enlightenment couldn't do it, but economics will. We also know that economics cause major social change. What two social classes, raise your hand and tell me, are going down in the 18th century? Peasants are going down. Saga, got the other one? You're either going to have to adapt or you're not going to make it. Guilds are going down, and I heard it over here mumbled. Nobles. We're also going to get two new social classes this time around. What are the two new social classes that are emerging? Miroslava. Tenant farmers are on the move. Ochi? You got it. And is it the Enlightenment that brought it? No, it's economic shifts. Okay. Now, how a nation reacts and how quickly a nation adapts to the modern economic trends will determine their future. And so today we add a new component, the Gin Act. However, as always, I'm interested in connecting it to your life. So, this half of the room, you have that little note card, right? I'm going to collect these at the end of the hour. So first off, I want you to write your name on it. Horizontal, vertical, I don't care, whichever you like. I want you, this half of the room, to write down every argument you have ever heard and which you do not believe why we should legalize marijuana in this country. You are sad that you are not on that side, Armand? Okay. I will not ask why. Okay. This side of the room, I want you to write down every argument you've ever heard as to why we should legalize marijuana. This half of the room, I want you to write down every argument you have ever heard about why we must keep marijuana illegal in this nation. And by the way, this is the right answer. Go for it. Write it down right here. Whether you believe it or not, write down any reason you know for why we should legalize this side of the room, why we should keep it illegal this side of the room. That's right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, this half of the room, you have argued that legal marijuana is a good thing. Therefore, if we moved back in time to 1751, you would probably be anti-Gin Act, wouldn't you? Because you would want to allow people to choose how much to drink. So what I want this side of the room to do right now is to take a look, talk to your partner about this. I want you to look at your arguments, and I want you to write down on the note card what document you can find the same argument from the Gin Act for your argument to why we should legalize marijuana. Then, in the text, I want you to annotate the verbiage that will prove your point, so that when I ask you, why should we legalize marijuana, you'll say, I've heard it should be legalized for this reason, and the Gin Act supports me, and I'm going to give you the evidence. Go for it. This half of the room, you're going to do the same thing, only you're going to get those arguments that is pro-Gin Act, because you want to discourage gin drinking and taxing by limiting who can sell it and who can distill it. Yes? Go for it. There it is, right there. Good old Lord Bathurst. There you go. All right, students, do all of us have one reason and then a document to support from the Gin Act? All right, this half of the room, we're going to start with you. You are going to argue we need to legalize marijuana in this country, but also you, if you went back to 1751, would say we are against the Gin Act. Connect it. So I want you to tell me which document goes with which argument, and then I need you to give me real evidence from the text. Sagar, start us off.
Okay, so one argument for marijuana that I've heard before is it's health benefits, and that's why, and that connects to document 8 because it says right here whatever some physicians may say, others will tell you that a moderate drink of some sort of liquor is necessary upon many occasions for diseases of important nature.
Okay. So we should get rid of the Gin Act. Why?
Because gin can be necessary.
Beautiful. All right. Let's look at document 8. This is Lord Bathurst. Lord Bathurst, 1737. Why would Lord Bathurst think it's medicinal? Why would Lord Bathurst be anti-Gin Act? What's this guy's point of view? What's he really driving at? Tasha?
He was a lord to obviously own land which harvested wheat.
Mm-hmm.
Wheat is a main product of gin, so he needed that to keep his surviving too.
So you think this guy is saying it's helpful medicinally, but he really wants to make a profit off it?
Yes.
Is this happening in your country right now? People saying that marijuana helps people and then they go out there and they plant their North 40 with it? Oh, American students. Okay, I will agree. That's exactly one good point of view. This guy grows grain. He can make a financial profit off it. But Natasha, is it very nice to say, I want to make money off of people's misery? So he couches it how?
He says that it'll help people.
All right, what's another one over here?
Lots of people argue that for legalizing marijuana, it'll allow you, if you legalize it, part of that profit will go to the government.
Okay.
So that corresponds with document 6.
Talk to me.
The speech by the member of parliament says that His Majesty shares the tax advantages among the 70,000 a year, and he says that he will lose a yearly revenue of 70,000 euros. This probable loss ought to be made known to His Majesty, and that kind of relates to the legalizing marijuana because they're both conflating how the person would lose money, how the government would lose.
Who?
The government would lose.
Okay. So one reason to be against the Gin Act is because the government will lose tax dollars and the government will lose tax revenue. They're saying lose, but one of the arguments for marijuana is, boy, your government will make a lot of money off of this. Member of Parliament. This guy is a member of Parliament. What is his point of view? Why is he anti-Gin Act?
He's also a landowner, like owner, like Lord Balthurst, which means he also has something to lose if they add taxes, because then he's going to lose so much money that he won't want to have gin, because then he'll be losing more money than making.
So are you saying that there are politicians in this country who pass legislation just passed for their own personal profit?
Yeah.
Not my senator. What else out there? What other points of view for our member of parliament? I agree, 100%, fantastic. What other point of view might my speech of a member of parliament, what other point of view might he have? Sagar?
Well, since this like 70,000 is coming from like taxes, it's
Mhm.
kind of like that's the government money going to the government, so that kind of like comes out of his paycheck a little bit.
Well, these guys don't get paid.
Uh,
Today, it would be perfect, but these guys don't get paid. Okay.
They get gin money.
Well, perhaps, yes, right, okay. Mhm.
He's giving a speech to a body of parliament members who all have the same point of view.
Okay, I will agree with this one. Plus, do you remember here in the background information, who is able to distill gin only if the Gin Act goes through? Miroslav? Merchants, but you have to be able to do what? You all have to own what if you're going to distill? You have to get a license, and to get a license, you have to pay a fee, and I hear it, own land. Good. Does that hurt his constituency? I see some people in the audience. This is good. What's the point there? Why doesn't he want people in his constituency hurt? Why does he want anyone in his constituency to be able to get any kind of license they want and to be able to sell gin all they want? What's in it for him if his constituents are happy? I might go for it.
Well, it kind of goes to the fact that how he's he's like the boss of the people
Mhm.
that are being happy, that
Mhm.
put more productivity.
Okay.
And so that means he'll get more money for himself, as well as the themselves. So the economy, not the economy, but their company in general will get a lot more money.
Boy, in the 21st century, I agree with you 100%. But is the regular peasant going to be able to do this? All right, you're on the right track. I think you just got the wrong group. Adam?
If he's making his constituents happy, they'll be more likely to sway in his opinion.
And they'll do what at the ballot box? Are you telling me there are politicians in this country that base their vote on whether we should have legal marijuana or not based on whether their constituents want it so they can get votes?
Yes.
Not my senator. Okay. All right, what else you got? Those are all dynamite points of view. All right, other arguments over here. What do you got? Sriya?
Not only will legalization of marijuana benefit the government because they'll get money from it, but also like be a growing industry, so they'll just help the economy in general. That's the same with the Gin Act as well, because selling and production of gin is a major part of their economy back then, so that marijuana could grow and be a lot of revenue for companies.
Who's going to back her up with the document?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, okay, I was going to say you.
Documents 1, 2, and 4.
All right, pick one in particular and talk to us about it. 2 or 4 maybe.
Okay.
Oh, go with Defoe, because we've already done landlorders. Go with Defoe.
So we'll go with 4 then. But he's saying that gin is made from grain and they have a lot of grain produced already, and then they can use the excess grain to produce gin, so it already helps the economy so don't have leftover grain.
You're saying people make that argument today with medical marijuana? Or regular marijuana? Yeah, who will make that direct connection for us? No one. If we grow marijuana out in fields, are we actually producing more farming jobs? Okay. Then are we actually producing more jobs to chop it down? Refine it? Oh, so we can do what when America is screaming for jobs in an economic downturn? Have you heard that argument?
Yeah.
Does it go right with number 2? Sweet. Can you give me some wording there from document 2 to prove that it goes right to the text?
Because gin is made from grain, the distilling trade is one remedy for this disaster as it helps to carry off the great quantity of grain in such a time of plenty.
Beautiful. All right. Anybody else over here? Susan.
This is kind of a stretch, but
That's all right.
it's the argument that like if you legalize marijuana, then like all the prison like sentences, I guess, all like they would reduce the population of prisons. So like if you were to legalize marijuana, then all the people that are like inhabiting prisons and like that's taking your tax money would no longer be there.
All right. Can you connect that to a document?
I said it was document 2.
Take it away. Explain.
Because like there is that like overpopulation of people and like production, I guess that's the comparison.
Okay.
So like it's more than like the people can consume per se.
Okay.
So if you like legalize marijuana,
Okay.
and then if you allow for gin to be produced,
Okay.
then you have that.
Okay. I will agree. I don't know if we can find textual evidence from Defoe. However, I think Tori to the rescue. Did you have a document we can use?
I was gonna say document number 7.
Talk to us. Now, document number 7 is actually for the Gin Act, but something tells me we can use it to bolster Susan's perspective. Take it away.
Since it's a judge that is writing the document,
Mm-hmm.
he says that the constant and excessive use therefore has destroyed thousands of the subjects, and the judge is in charge of all those cases, so he's kind of saying he doesn't want people that have like been on gin and stuff like that in his courtroom.
All right, read that document again.
That the constant and excessive use thereof has destroyed thousands of His Majesty's subjects.
Just a few minutes ago, Susan said, because we have so many getting picked up for a dime bag here, we are flooding our jails and we have destroyed thousands of His Majesty's subjects. Yeah, now I'm not quite sure this guy has that intent, but we can use that argument. Beautifully said. All right, Tori, one more time since we're on document 7 here. What's the county magistrate's point of view?
Well, since he's a judge, he doesn't like dealing with all the people in his courts that are like unruly and causing disruptions because they're drunk.
I will agree. So, hopefully you can see. Arguments in your own life go right back to the arguments here from 1751. And remember what I'm always telling you? You are living in one of these ages like the 18th century where things are in flux, where things are in change. And notice how we get new drugs, new alcohol, new stuff in times of change, and the government's got to deal with it. All right, people. Why are we for the Gin Act? Why do we need to keep dope illegal? Ian.
Well, I think one of the reasons that many people want to keep marijuana not legal today is because of health issues related to women and their children especially, and I think document 9 can actually
Explain.
it says, those women who ride in this poisonous drug are quickly disabled from bearing children or else produce children disease from their birth, which is directly connected to marijuana today.
Yeah. And do we have lots of proof of fetal alcohol syndrome?
Yeah.
And do we have lots of proof that we've got young brains that are being warped because of this?
Yeah.
Read your quote again.
Those women who ride in this poisonous debauchery are quickly disabled from bearing children or else produce children disease from their birth.
Wow. Absolutely. All right, I've got Lord Lunsdale. Now, you've all been telling me these lords make money off this. I've got a lord here who doesn't want to make money off this. He's going to push the money aside. This lord, what's his point of view, Sabrina?
I think it's because like he owns his own land and like he thinks that the gin is stunting his productivity. So that's why he kind of wants to get rid of it, because he's not making any profit if all these people are getting drunk all the time.
Okay, so he sees the human side to such things, even though he sees profit through the back way. I will agree. Good point of view. Ochi, you got something, or was that? Davika, what do you got?
Didn't he live in the city as well, so he like witnessed all of that firsthand? So it gives him more like the moral aspect.
Because he has to deal with who every day in the streets.
The drunk people.
So he wants to what?
Stop them.
All right, look up just above document 8. I've got another lord, Lord Bathurst. Someone tell me what Lord Bathurst just says. What's his point, I guess, is what we're going after here. Ochi.
We live in the people of England live in such a dreary place that it's just, you have to have gin in order to make your spirits, like, live a better life.
I'm so stressed out. I need to relax. Right? Okay? Right. But he's a lord. Is he the same type of lord as we see in document 9? What's the difference between Lonsdale in document 9 and Lord Bathurst in document 8? Jacob.
Well, Lord Bathurst lives in an estate, so he's not necessarily in all of the chaos, therefore he wants to keep productivity going.
Lord Bathurst, if his people get totally drunk and wasted, what's going to happen? Who'll take care of them? He might. Who else?
People in the village like the idea of the cottage industry towns.
Can they just go sleep it off in the barn?
Yeah, like they're not messing with people, like the mentally retarded person, or the sickly person, or the insane person. They just take care of them.
Yeah, the village will take care. Any village help with Lord Lonsdale? Oh, and so document 8 and document 9 work so well together, don't we? Right, Davika? I've got an urban guy and I've got a rural guy, don't I? All right, I'm on. Finish this off.
Okay, so going off of what Ian said, it can also be seen in document 13.
Oh, please.
Well, the substance, it says the teachers and encourage support of it.
Oh, hold on. The paper's shuffling. Nobody can hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Now go for it.
So it says the cheapness of gin encourage support and drinking. Even if gin increases in the next 10 years as it's done in the last, drunkenness must become the characteristic of the people. They must look upon spirits and forget labor and sobriety. The children must be born again, be brought up in a gin shop, live in drunkenness. So this kind of relates to our times now, because due to marijuana being so cheap to people, the high school youth and the youth in general are consuming it, and it's illegal and going to jail for it. So that kind of goes back to the fact that we have to enforce the laws, and like also with the youth, if the youth consuming the drug, it's kind of altering their mind at a very young age. I mean, these are 16, 17-year-old kids that we're talking about here. They don't know about life yet, and they're smoking marijuana. That's like preposterous.
They forget labor. Let me rephrase. They forget schoolwork and sobriety. Right. All right. So here I've got the excerpts from the London Tradesman. What is this guildmaster's point of view?
Well, I think the way I approached the point of view is the London Tradesman was it was a guild magazine, and guilds were something that was dying in the 18th century while this whole debate was going on.
That's right.
So I thought they might have been bitter about the fact that they were being neglected from this gin manufacturing.
I will definitely agree with that point of view. What else is the guildmaster interested in, Ochi?
I think it's like a last-ditch effort for them to get people to come in, because it's saying that we'll protect you from the evilness of gin, and we'll provide you the security needed.
Love it.
Personally, I saw him as cynically trying to sell articles to people who are of that opinion in order to gain money off of the controversy.
Oh, perhaps. But I think he's got a target audience, and in the guild magazines, he is targeting who? Who are the only people that would pick up a guild magazine? The people in the guild, right? Masters, when they teach their guild skill, always teach it to what group? What's the flip side of master? Apprentice. Why is the guild master so upset about drunk people? Krishna?
Because the apprentices, if they get drunk, then they're not going to be as good students, and then they won't be able to continue like their reputation, and that'll be at stake. And they're already kind of falling apart, so they want something like strong to hold it together for another generation.
These people don't have Miss Shepich to help you in health class. These people, they don't have this. They can only pick up the guild magazine. I am sure Miss Shepich has told you over and over and over again about the evils of drug use. Right? Am I true here? Yeah, I know Miss Shepich. Of course, she is screaming and yelling at you to stop. Now, is this exactly what this master's doing in the guild magazine? Yeah, his apprentices are going down the drain because they're stone drunk. He wants them to stop it. He's Miss Shepich. Maybe he will have a delightful cheer for us. Right? Right. He's got to change. And so no wonder that's the point of view. All right, what else you guys come up with? These are fantastic. Davika. All right. Oh, hold on, Davika. You're going to have to get up loud with the scrinkling of papers. All right, now go for it.
I said from document 11 that it destroys lives and it's bad for the community and the country.
woman completely neglecting her child, and then you're the guy like being a bone.
Look at the houses that are
So, Davika, you are arguing that this picture, Gin Lane, is reason enough. And you have heard Americans talk about a slippery slope, and the marijuana is the what? The gateway drug. Look what America will be if we legalize. Now let's pick this document apart. What happens when you drink gin?
Well, the parents of the mother, her baby like fell out of her arm because she's putting something on.
No, what's going? Anyone pick up this up? No, it's not gin. I'm so glad none of you know. Thank goodness, I'm so proud of y'all. It's snuff, isn't it? This woman is too busy getting snuff out of a can. She cares not about her baby. That's right, Manu. Gateway drug to snuff. Okay, what else is going to go downhill real quick?
The houses are crumbling down because nobody cares about it.
Oh, meanwhile on Beer Street.
Everything looks like cultured and
Now let's go direct parallel. I got a crumbling house here. What's going on over here?
It's painting on one of the structures.
It's being rebuilt.
I'm building a house, right? Okay, what's going on? What else is? Yeah, it's crumbling. The whole society is going down the drain. Emmanuel, way over on the side.
There's a person on the bottom right-hand corner of Jim Lehman. He's not reading the paper. The person, like the people here in the street are actually reading the papers.
All right, so here I got. What else is wrong with this guy, Emmanuel? He's not reading a newspaper. Emmanuel, that's real deep. I don't even think that's his main concern. What else is wrong with him?
He's passed out drunk.
Okay, he's passed out in. Okay, he's starving because he doesn't do what? He doesn't eat because he only does what? He only spends money on gin. Look at, here's the cup. Meanwhile, this guy, so jolly, right? And he likes to what, Emmanuel? He likes to read. Yeah, absolutely. You can see the difference. Clearly, gin, this destroys all. All right, what else up here in the picture? Do you see? We'll make the parallel. Susan!
they're really ugly.
Who's really ugly?
People on the left.
Okay.
Like they have really demonic facial features.
I agree. This is not good. Meanwhile, in the Beer Street,
They're all happy.
and they're all covered up, eh? Nice. A little modesty, some niceness. Shriek.
I was gonna say in Gin Lane, they're kind of like really violent. Like the guy on the left, he's eating a bone. Then the people above him are like playing with a saw. And then in the back, it kind of looks like there's like fights and violence. Whereas in Beer Street, they're kind of like working together and like having a good time. And it's like clean and like they can like, I don't know how to say it, but they're like working together and they can like get along.
Okay. Not only is this guy eating a bone, but he's fighting who for the bone? A dog. This dude is fighting a dog for a bone. Who was the philosopher that said to renounce your own barbarity? No one remembers. Ooh, who? Beccaria says renounce your own barbarity. Dude, renounce your own barbarity. This guy was, he's got a neck brace on because he's from debtor's prison, and this guy's cutting it off. What have they done here? Anyone pick this one up, Nathan?
It's like they're destroying a building and like robbing the stuff, taking the stuff inside.
I like the robbing part.
Is that a coffin?
It's a coffin.
So are they stealing the stuff inside the coffin?
So they've dug it up.
And they stole it?
They're stealing the stuff out of the coffin. Anybody knows what this symbol is for? I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad you don't. No, Armand, no, no. It's a symbol of a pawn shop. Why are they stealing stuff out of someone's coffin? So they can go to the pawn shop, sell the stuff so they can go buy. Meanwhile, here comes the king on his birthday in the celebration. What's in this window? Well, the broken pawn shop, but what's actually being done in the building? Work, productive work, and the pawn shop is in disarray. What's happening over here? What is that, Ian?
A guy hung himself.
Someone has committed suicide. Yowza.
Like Jim Lane, they look so uncultured, and whereas like in Harris Street, they're so cultured, they look like they're
I will agree. Okay, sorry, Nathan, we're running out of time. All right, so with this, we want to connect it back to our 18th century. And of course, you know everything about the 18th century. We are just explaining further. So you tell me, what's going on politically in the 18th century? Sagar.
Monarchy and the Enlightenment.
Okay, so I've got monarchs on the move, and I've got Enlightenment thinkers on the move. Now, in the 18th century, what is the economic system? Shout it out. Of course we know that. It's mercantilism. But we know that there are economic shifts afoot. What are these economic shifts that are moving? What are these economic shifts that are moving us? Dinesh?
The agricultural revolution.
Woo! Agricultural revolution. Okay? So, enclosure. Nathan?
Total industrialization with the cotton industry.
Beautiful. Well said. I cannot improve. What else, Serena?
Population.
Whoops. Tons of people. Ian?
Population increase.
Well said. Jake? No more fallow. Okay. Socially, we know things are changing. And we've already accomplished all this. We already said it earlier. Going to wrap it up for us, Armand?
Well, there's different like cities. The eradication of the nobles and the peasants.
All right.
And the introduction of the ruler proletarians and the tenant farmers.
Okay, so I've got rural proletariat. I got nobles. What else did you mention?
I meant the rural proletarians, and the tenant farmers.
Tenant farmers.
And then the eradication of the nobles and the peasants.
All right, and so we've also, for a brief moment here, we've got peasants. Okay, now, in front of you when you came in today, you picked up a short article, correct? It also has a picture next to it. And so what I'd like you to do with this article that we came in with, this article is from The Economist from 2010, I think it's on there, 11, about trends in Britain that has to do with drug use. And so what I'd like you to do is to read through the Economist article, and I would like you to underline or highlight, or however you like to work it, similarities from the article to the shifts that are occurring here in the 18th century. Right? So for example, if they talk about people being dispossessed, you would connect that to the enclosure movement, correct? Because people are being dispossessed here. Okay? I just annotate it. Highlight it, underline it, so that you can give me evidence when we come to it. Also, you'll notice that the picture is Gin Alley reworked, isn't it? Look for the similarities and changes, really what's changed in the picture, and you can annotate that too. Take 5 minutes here, go for it. Yes, right. Yeah. Amphetamine, it's a kind of drug. Okay. Cocaine, like, yeah, the hard stuff. Okay. right, students, what did you find? What do you find in modern day Britain and what's going on economically, socially, and politically that matches our economic shifts of the 18th century? And when I run around, you can be bold. You've all underlined and highlighted the key things, so be bold here. What did you find? And take us to the text. You're all right. Just give me something. Miroslava, I saw you move.
There was a lot of unemployment, and it said youth unemployment now tops 1 million.
What are you connecting it to up here?
When they closed down the generic, like people had to close down their businesses.
Oh, so you are saying that cottage industry is being dampered by this Gin Act. How can we connect 1 million unemployed youth back to the enclosure move? Oh, now my hands go up. Sabrina.
Well, because like the Lord was taking all of the farmers' land on his land, then like all of them were left jobless too.
And what are they doing in Britain? Because there's 1 million unemployed young men.
We're taking all like their possessions for themselves.
What have they turned to?
Drugs.
What have they turned to? Is it the same economic trends that are causing amphetamine use to go up in Britain and people to drink gin here in 1751? Ooh, Americans are in an economic downturn, and we are all of a sudden thinking about legalizing what? I'll let you ponder that in your spare time. All right. Oh, other things you underlined in this text because you saw parallels. Ochi.
It says the Bank of England says the economy will stagnate until mid-2012 and expand for the full year by only around 1%. So that shows that Great Britain's not adapting to what's going on. So that's like how the nobles and the peasants weren't able to fully adapt during the 18th century.
If you can adapt to these changes, you'll be fine. But this article seems to imply Britain won't be able to. And so all their people, because they can't adapt very well, are turning to. The shift is coming. They can't adapt, and so they are turning to. In 1751? Oh. What else you find? These are gold. Armand?
I found fueled by chemical ingenuity in response to prohibition and by new distribution possibilities opened up by the internet. So that kind of goes with the population increase as well as new technology that was created during the agricultural revolution. And because the internet parallels with the new roads that were created, because the internet's kind of like a highway of information.
What if I forgot this, Armand? What if I wrote this down? 3 new continents of markets.
That means you have 3 times the roads and 3 times.
Armand, are you arguing that the internet is opening up new markets? And that during this exact same time period, new markets were opening up so people could buy drugs and gin anywhere they wanted?
Yeah, and globalization occurred during the internet stage.
I'll let you ponder such things. Anything else out there? Ochi.
It says the English cash-strapped police forces expect to reduce the time and money they spend on controlling illicit drugs next year. So the government's not working to adapt either.
How are they doing?
Pretty bad.
They're not adapting here very well, and they're not adapting. I got one more because we got to move here. It says, if you notice at the last paragraph, we're looking at the 3rd line from the bottom. Local youth drug services are also being chopped. What gets chopped with enclosure and the agricultural revolution? Adam? Institutions. What's getting chopped? Michelle?
The support structure for people with, like they couldn't be supported by
And?
these people won't be able to be supported by
Oh, Americans, do you see? History never repeats itself, does it? But do the trends and the ideas and the foundational cause and effect remain? my fellow Americans, be better legislatures than the ones you've got now. Be better leaders in this country than perhaps the ones we got now because you know the truth, yes? Okay, we've got 2 minutes left and we have to do 2 things. Number 1, I need you to pass up your DBQs while I pass out the rubric. There are no staples in there? We'll figure it out. It'll be all right. Unless there's no staples in the stapler. Is that what you're telling me? Okay, no problem. We'll be all right. Well, it sounds like there's no staples in the stapler, so we'll work it out. All right, back to Jacob, if you would. That's a long run there. All right, Nathan, I'm going to use your desk as a podium here. Okay. Thank you. Not a stapled one. Not a stapled one. How many more you guys need? 2? Not a stapled one. And you got 2 unstapled. You need 2 more? I got 2 unstapled. Holy cow. Who's writing 800 pages here? Well, somebody good luck with that one. 2 more. I'm taking yours, Sabrina. These are it. How many you need, Tree? Any more in your row? You're good? You're good. You guys need 4. No, 3, because Andrew didn't write one. Who needs one, Manu? Okay. All right. Now, does everybody, oh dear, does everybody have a DBQ that is not their own? Okay. Everyone has a rubric? Tomorrow you are going to come into this class with this Monday you are going to come into this class with this DBQ graded. You are also going to come with the festival DBQ with what? Groupings and point of view. The last thing I need from you today are those note cards with your name on it. Pass those on up. Yeah, just write it on the documents, Ochi. Just write it on the documents, Ochi. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, ma'am. I got him, Sabrina. Oh, no, you got him.